Actor Anton Yelchin was a 27-year-old talented actor with a bright future. One night, while taking a break from his band's rehearsal, Anton went home and was killed in his driveway. The murderer? His own Jeep Grand Cherokee. This week on Death and Entertainment.
Live from Los Angeles.
911, what is your emergency?
Here in Hollywood now.
2 counts of murder,
Injury and death.
Oh my God!
Shocking new details
That has stunned the entertainment world.
This makes me a little nervous.
The hair stood up on my arms.
Just like in the movies.
What do you call this thing anyway?
Death.
In entertainment.
Why, hello there.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Oi.
Good day. My name is Kyle Ploof.
My name is Mark Mulcairn.
And I'm Alejandro Dowling.
And I don't know why I'm doing a British accent. We have to thank our European friends out there today. But in Italy, we have cracked the top 200 true crime podcasts.
Wait, what?
In the country of Italy.
You like it a podcast, okay?
It was all our tire jokes
Buca the podcast.
Yeah.
in the Pasolini episode.
Pasolini.
Tonight's special is Death and Entertainment.
Yes. Yeah, we're teetering on the edge of 200. We're like 180, then 210, then back to 190.
This will kick us down to 250 or something. This episode.
Viva Italia!
Yeah.
And we were talking about this. Germany has David Hasselhoff.
Yes.
France has Jerry Lewis.
Yeah. Go on.
Italy now has Death and Entertainment.
You goddamn right.
It's a perfect comparison.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you to our Italian friends. We
Yes.
will continue to make you around the 200th podcast amount of happy.
Yeah. Send us some euros if you got a couple extra ones.
Yes.
We could use it.
The food or the currency.
Yeah.
Yes.
Send us some Villa Parmesan if you got it, you know?
And send us some tires.
Yeah, some tires. We'll burn them up over here.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of burning up tires, the air in LA this morning is disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm big on that. Like, I wake up and you just look out, it looks like a hazy, like,
Yeah,
Blade
it looks
Runner
like
fucking
shit.
sequel.
An ugly Blade Runner.
Yeah. If you thought Blade Runner was not ugly.
What? It's a beautiful.
It's a beautiful noir, like, disgusting, LA.
picturesque landscape in
True.
Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it looks like, I don't know, Mad Max plus pollution.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the end times here in Hollywood, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen. Speaking of the end times,
We've got a death today.
we got a death to talk
We have
about
a
today.
end time for Mr. Yelchin
For
to
Mr.
talk about.
Yelchin, yeah. Poor guy,
Yeah.
It happens, though.
This is the second podcast in a row where legislative changes or corporate changes have had to take effect
Yeah,
due
kind of.
to a death.
Due to a death and due to, traffic and, NTSB and people driving and stuff.
Yes.
And cars.
This one wasn't exactly driving, though.
Yeah.
A person driving, I should say.
Could the name of this episode be Driving in Cars with Dead Actors?
Wow.
Oh, my
Yikes.
God. You're already starting?
I'm coming in hot, baby.
Jeez.
Well, we got these Italian people, we want to keep their attention here.
Yeah.
They can start watching The Godfather again at any moment here. We want to keep them in.
We got to keep them in.
Yeah, they pull me back in.
Pull them back in. And this episode is pulling us back in to June 19th, 2016.
Ooh. So Kyle here, what's going on with the movie situation right now?
With the movie situation, we got the top 5 here for the pop culture flash. Number 5, Warcraft, which I don't remember being a movie.
It was not a hit in the States. It made a lot of money worldwide, and it was directed by David Bowie's son, Duncan Jones.
He's great. He did that Moon movie was amazing with Sam Rockwell. Yeah, good director. Is this based off a video game?
Of course.
It has to be, yeah.
I don't even know what Warcraft is. It
Oh,
sounds like a
really?
video game.
Like World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A bunch of virgins get together and pretend to be fucking orcs and goblins and shit.
And you have to be a virgin to play.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool guy Kyle Ploof has just walked in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Fonzie over here.
Yeah, I can't stand it. Number 4 is Now You See Me 2.
Oh my God.
The sequel that everybody was clamoring for.
I know. Yeah.
Give me more magic.
Now You See Me. I didn't see the first one.
Hello.
I started watching the original the other day, and that's even unwatchable. It's so stupid.
They're like, we made an unwatchable movie. Let's make a sequel to it.
We got another one in the can, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I didn't check it out.
Just the exploding charisma of what's his name? Facebook dude.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah. He can really carry a movie.
He's really starring in a bunch of movies nowadays too.
I know what happened to him. He kind of went away. He had like a run of a bunch of movies which made no money and no one really liked.
They're like, oh, I guess he's not bankable. For some reason, we thought he was bankable, but he's not.
I'm sure some executive lost their life over that or something.
Number 3, The Conjuring 2.
Wait, what? Number 3 is The Conjuring 2. That's kind of confusing.
Yes.
Yeah.
The second Conjuring movie is the third most popular movie at this time, which this movie, I moved to LA January 1st, 2016, so I was here for almost 6 months. I go to see The Conjuring 2, and we go to see it in like the IMAX, fucking super nice.
Don't say we. You were by yourself.
Yeah, I was by myself. Me, myself, and I went to go see this
That's
movie.
his pronoun, Mark.
Yeah.
We.
Yes, exactly. How dare you, sir? Or ma'am.
We'll talk about it off the podcast.
How dare you, they? So we're in the middle of this movie. There's a scene where like the house is getting haunted and is like shaking.
Isn't that the whole movie?
Pretty much?
That's the entire premise of all this series of movies.
Yeah, exactly. And my seat's shaking, and I think the dude next to me is kicking my seat. I'm like, dude, stop fucking kicking my seat. And my seat's like uncontrollably shaking. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, dude, it's an earthquake. This is an earthquake right now. And I was like, wait, what?
Whoa.
And you could hear the ceiling like creaking and cracking, and it was like pretty intense, I guess. It was intense for me because it was my first, but there were people getting up and running out of the theater because they were so freaked out, and like people screaming and shit.
Someone thought it was going to be the big one.
Yeah.
Or a lot of people thought it was going to be the big one. That's what I'm fearful of.
So I like pretty much shit my pants the first time I went to go see a movie out here.
That'd be funny if you died watching The Conjuring 2 in an earthquake.
Oh, God.
And you were at like the epicenter of whatever, like the Burbank 16 was where the earth opened up.
That's where it was.
Kyle falls right in.
Welcome to LA.
All right. Not that I'm doubting there was an earthquake, but are you sure it wasn't one of those 4DX
That's what I
sensory
thought at first.
experience
No,
movies?
were you on mushrooms or something?
No,
Okay.
no, it was a 5.0, I believe. So it was. It's a pretty decent one.
Okay. Well,
Do we have any independent confirmation of this happening?
just Kyle's good old word.
I can give you some names.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
And we.
and they.
Yeah.
All right, what else did they see? What's next on the list?
Yeah,
Central Intelligence coming in at number 2, which that's the Rock and Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I saw that one in the theater for some reason.
I did too.
Someone was like, hey, you want to see Central Intelligence? And I guess I didn't have the balls to say no.
Just
Yeah.
some,
So I just went.
some stranger in the street was like, hey, you want to see this movie?
You want to go see
Something
the
like that.
You want to go see the Rock in a fat suit?
Is that what's going on there?
Yeah. He has like a flashback scene where he was a nerd. And-
Oh, it wasn't even a fat suit. It was like a CGI.
Was it?
Why is
Fat
that
thing.
always comedy to be just, someone at a different age in a fat suit? It's hilarious.
Fat people are funny.
Like, well, I guess.
According to audiences, I'm saying I don't find fat people funny.
Fat is funny. That's
That's the executive.
one guy at
that
Warner
executive
Brothers.
got killed. Yeah,
And
the body count is fucking stacking up.
in fact, not to offend anybody, but I find fat people extremely unfunny.
hello.
Yeah. Okay. So Kyle, what's number 1 around this time?
Number 1, Finding Dory.
We know
Out of
what.
all that.
He's like,
That's the movie.
he didn't even announce the title yet. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
That's the movie you wish an earthquake was happening when it was while it was playing.
Exactly. And that's it.
And that's it. How about the music, Alejandro? What's going on around this time?
All right, let me just pull it up here.
Unprepared.
Beep, 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 beep.
What
No, I got
what
it
are you,
right here.
David Spade from those 1-800 commercials. Beep, bop, boop, beep, bop, beep, boop, boop.
We got
Holy shit.
Work from Home, Fifth Harmony, Don't Let Me Down, The Chainsmokers,
Don't let me down.
Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake.
Can't stop the feeling.
Big song that summer.
That Trolls was out then.
Yeah, that was for Trolls.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't big enough to actually crack the top
Top five here. Yeah, jeez.
It
Movie,
had to have moved up or been higher at some point.
I guess.
Or it came out in July.
Then we have Panda by Designer.
I like that song.
Don't know it.
Yeah, it was hot out here during the 2016.
So
Hot
are you
out here for a
saying I
pimp.
was
You were in a coma. I'm saying.
Yeah. number
You know the
one?
song.
Number one. One Dance. Coincidentally, one is in the title of the number one song.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
One Dance
Would you
by
like that?
Drake, featuring WizKid and Kyla.
I just found out WizKid is different than Wiz Khalifa. Those are two different people.
Why? How are they not the same person?
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
they are, and we just don't know it.
Yeah, and right now there's Da Baby and Lil Baby out at the same time.
Yeah, it's,
Oh my
it was like
God.
Dr. Dre and Dr. Dre around the same
Yeah.
time in the 90s also.
Skinny Dr. Dre and Fat Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Fat is funny, Dre.
Anton was born in Leningrad, Russia, March 11, 1989.
Whoa.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a guy that was born in Leningrad, Russia.
That's the furthest born away subject we've had.
Wow.
Did that make a sentence?
That rolls off the tongue there.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I think I had a stroke.
Yeah. Someone was like hitting you in the bat with a head while you were putting together the words for that sentence.
Trying for something interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was taking a shot. But
Even if you fail,
that's
at least you tried.
true too. I guess it's the person born the furthest away geographically.
Yes.
Of any of the subjects we've had so far.
But died the closest.
Died the
Pretty
closest, the most recent.
Well, most
closest
recent
to
and-
us.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I was just telling you guys,
Yes.
Kyle and Alejandro, that I often go hiking at this spot. I don't want to say exactly where. Someone will kill me. That'll be the next episode.
Or
But
they'll want an autograph.
it's around Studio City, like around like the Ventura Boulevard, in which he lived. And which he passed away. But we'll get into more of the nitty grit of that in a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, he was the only child. His parents were professional skaters named Arena Karina, great name, and
Karina.
Victor Yelchin.
No relation to Karina.
Yeah, none known.
The Whoopi movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Was it Karina? No, it's just Karina.
Karina.
Was it Karina?
Yeah.
Karina?
Oh,
Okay.
there were two Karinas in that title.
Okay. Yeah, I just remember. What did she do that movie? Eddie.
Oh my God.
Remember that?
Embarrassingly, I also saw Eddie in the theater.
That is crazy.
I'm the
That's
only
most,
one.
That's more crazy than Sing One. That whatever.
I
Kyle
know.
said. Yeah.
Because I was a kid.
Do we have a final word on Karina?
Yeah, they try to do like a very sad ending, I guess.
Okay, so Karina, it was two.
Two Karinas, one Karina's dead.
She was really.
Oh, that's the meaning of the title? I really didn't know that.
Okay, well, let's get back to Well, we can delve back into Karina.
the Whoopi Goldberg B-sides.
Yeah.
Wait,
C-sides.
before we get to Yelchin, though, who's the co-star in that, Kyle?
Ray Liotta, rest in peace.
Ah, rest in peace. Wow.
Yep.
He got in those classics before he went, you know?
Yeah.
He was in Karina.
Goodfellas and Karina.
That's when I knew he was going to get whacked.
Those AFI classics, Karina.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to star in a movie with Whoopi.
I always want to be a Karina. So anyway, all that being
digress.
said, yeah, let's get back on track here. You guys
We
are
digress.
Couple hostile witnesses we got here.
So we're Cato all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Yep.
So the parents were part of the Leningrad Ice Ballet, which seems like a similar but very classier ice capades kind of thing.
Yeah.
But in Russia. So
Okay.
but yeah, they were part of that. They were well-known skaters in the country. Based on all accounts, Anton especially, the Yelchin family was persecuted in Russia for generations for being Jewish.
Oh.
So there was a lot of that going on. Yes, they were popular skaters and stuff, but the state, would come after them often for their religious beliefs.
Which is weird because you would think he'd be getting harassed in like an ultra macho country for being in the ice ballet.
Yeah, you think that would have been the
That
main
just
focus.
was fine.
But
but he was Jewish. Get him!
Yeah. Coward. Yeah, it's just like the logic isn't really there. But I think it's more artistic in Russia to do ice skating, I guess.
Okay.
They were married partners, though, right?
They were. Yeah, they were
And
married.
they were partners, like they did the show
Yeah,
together.
they did it together. Yeah.
So there you go. They knew he was straight.
In Soviet Russia, ice skates you.
It'd be a little more controversial if it was like two men figure
Yeah.
skating together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were.
Two Jewish men. Forget about it.
We do not care about the homosexual part, but the Jew.
Yeah.
No.
Some weird like Stasi guys that just they have weird input to say like
Yeah.
So yeah, even though his parents were super talented, they were eligible to go to the 1972 Olympics, but the government of Russia would not allow them to go.
Because of the Jewish
Well, they
thing.
weren't sure if it was because of the Jewish thing or because they were outspoken against the government and stuff. So like we're
That'll do
still talking about a heavily communist authoritarian government in Russia there.
Look what's happening there today.
I know, it hasn't gotten much better.
Not really at all, actually.
Yeah, it's some would say it's gotten worse.
Yeah.
Journalists are going disappeared there and stuff, and
They've tried to poison all the members of Pussy Riot like 30 times.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
But Pussy Riot don't go down easy.
Yeah. This pussy's poisoned. So Anton was born with cystic fibrosis. He kept that a huge secret, actually.
Wow, I didn't know that.
No, I think Zach Quinto talked about it later after he passed away. Like he just didn't want a lot of people to know. That's a big thing I've noticed in Hollywood. People do not want their whatever bad shit they have going on, whether it's chemical dependency or bad diseases. They just don't tell people.
They teeter on the line of, I can be a role model with this.
Yeah.
And, no, I don't want to tell anyone because I'll lose work.
Lose work. Yeah, like Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
He all of a sudden he just dies of cancer. People are like, what?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have that stigma of someone who's sick or something, because the insurance companies won't insure people who has like a history like that.
And I actually get that. Like that last Oscar nomination he got for that Netflix movie.
Boseman?
Yeah, if you knew he was dying of colon cancer, would you really be like, all right, yeah, come do the movie? You would be thinking more like, dude, you should take care of yourself. Like, whatever.
Yeah. It was like a battle for like 4 years for him, I believe. And he had filmed at least one Avengers movie while going through treatment. Like,
really?
Insane. Yeah.
In Black Panther, was he still like in remission, or was he okay then?
No, I don't think he was ever in remission. I think he had it and was constantly getting treatments and going back and forth. And like towards the end, he was losing a lot of weight. And he did an interview, like a Zoom interview with some media outlet. And people were commenting like, oh my God, he's on drugs. Like he looks like shit.
Oh, God.
But it was because he was going through chemo and radiation and stuff.
Didn't Perez Hilton say something really bad about it or
Probably.
something that he's like really regrets? I'm sure a lot of stuff he regrets, I think.
Yeah.
Aren't people lovely?
I'm sure he doesn't regret anything because he's made a shitload of money, but he's got to say, he's like, oh, well, if he's dead, then I'm sorry.
Well, that's Hollywood, though. Once you're in the
Yeah.
public eye, they feel like they can do whatever. Like paparazzi could just run after you and they could talk whatever shit they want to.
Yeah, it's like we talked about in the Anthony Bourdain episode when the guy put out the picture of Asia
Yeah.
making out with a different guy while they're married. He's like, I would have never put it out if I knew he was going to kill himself.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, shut up.
They say that afterwards.
Yeah,
They are heartless people that don't care at all.
It takes someone to die for them to pretend to care.
Exactly.
Just like the Daily Mail when they released the Bridget Fonda photos.
Yeah.
It's like they're not looking to, give you a nice warm update about Bridget Fonda.
Yeah.
They want you to say like, "Oh my God, look at how much weight she's gained."
Well, so they can do some like BuzzFeed, five of the ugliest people right now who used to be hot. Like that's their bread and butter. It's that's People Magazine. That's what they do. Like people that either look good or really bad.
Yeah, that was the 90s tabloid survived off of like Bat Boy and Kirstie Alley pictures.
Yeah, because people would be in line at the supermarket. They'd pick that up, while waiting. They'll be
Oh, look, she's fat again.
Yeah.
Kirstie Alley, that was big business for a while.
Huge, yeah.
Well,
Literally.
no pun intended.
Yeah, like who's skinny this week? Who's fat this week? Is Callista Flockhart too skinny now?
Yeah.
And she did that show as a answer to it all called Fat Actress.
Did she
on Showtime?
Like Jennifer Grey did the nose job
exactly.
show. Yeah.
Wow.
And that show was actually pretty funny. It's on Showtime.
Fat Actress?
Yeah.
Really? I'll check it out.
Because it's like a Curb Your Enthusiasm type thing with her.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I just remember in the premiere episode, Travolta does a cameo and she's desperate for work. So she's like, let's do another Look Who's Talking movie.
Oh, really?
We haven't explored all the possibilities yet. And then he's like, Kirstie, come on.
Yeah. And he's like,
I know. Look who she's begging.
Yeah, what wig was he wearing that week?
The fanatic star, can boost my career.
I've heard someone call his later career moves as Travolting.
That's hilarious.
It's just the overall look he had, like from Paris and back or whatever. But
Yeah.
either way, getting back on track, Anton started acting very young. I think he started auditioning and taking like acting classes around like 8 years old. He started booking stuff at 10, so it didn't really take him that long to really get in there as a child actor.
2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
His first credited role is Robbie Edelstein on ER in 2000.
Which you're a big fan of, right?
Which I am, and which Deezer D was in, who Kyle had beef with at the end of 2021 In Memoriam podcast last year.
Deezer D.
Yeah, Deezer D.
Deezer D's nuts.
Wow. The beef is still going on.
R.I.P.
Yeah, I guess so. The beef is still strong.
You
with
know
Kyle.
what the controversy?
What was my beef with him?
I think
I forget, but I remember there was a comment on one of our Instagrams about like Kyle's going after Deezer D.
there might have been a
Hey,
little.
thank you, Mark, for sticking up for him.
That's hilarious.
I think
Sorry,
there was
Alejandro.
a little. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're digressing again. I think there was a little controversy that we just wanted to skip Deezer D.
Yeah.
And you were like,
Oh,
wait a minute.
maybe that was it. Yeah, good memory. Good memory. And Kyle's like, no, I want to skip it.
Skip him.
Anyone named Deezer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a D in their name. Anton landed his first movie as a child actor in a movie called Delivering Milo. It sounds like a movie that happened, but I didn't even know anything about this.
Is that like a sequel to Milo and Otis?
That's what I was thinking.
Where they delivered the dead cat?
No, but
They killed like 100 cats on that production, remember?
no, not this movie.
Okay.
I'll give you the log line of this movie. This is nuts. A guardian angel who has 24 hours to convince a soul that life on Earth is worth the effort. The movie was with Albert Finney and guess who? Bridget Fonda.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah.
Speak of the devil cake.
I said, I think I said here, one is dead and one is dead on the outside.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well,
Come on.
we can cut that.
No. We ain't cutting shit. We want everyone to know Mark's real opinion.
Yeah, I'm like Perez Hilton.
That tank top makes
Yeah.
you look fat.
Makes you look funny.
Yeah, I'm going to have an E show.
Do these pants make my ass look funny?
I'm going to do the red carpet.
That's hilarious.
Anton did movies like 15 Minutes, Along Came a Spider, and Hearts in Atlantis with Anthony Hopkins. So this is like his earlier career.
Boy, he's working with
Along
big
came a
guns.
spider.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
great.
You got Morgan Freeman in there. You got
De
Anthony
Niro.
Hopkins, De Niro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a who's who.
The cat from Milo and Otis.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're assuming.
And then he did this movie called Jack in 2004.
This movie. I saw that shit in the theaters.
Did you really?
Yes.
Can I give you the log line of this movie?
Yeah.
I don't think it's the one you're thinking of, but go ahead.
Jack is busy with adolescence when he realizes his parents are divorcing, and even worse, his dad is gay. That's the log line.
Not the same movie.
Really?
I thought you were talking about Robin Williams.
No, not
Jack.
this is not the Robin Williams. This is the 2004 Jack.
Oh, 2004. Okay.
Yeah.
So they just negated the entire Robin Williams movie. Like, we're going to call a movie Jack 2.
Yeah. No, not Jack 2. Just Jack.
Yeah.
Jack also.
T-O-O.
Yeah.
What a disrespectful thing to do to a really shitty movie. Directed by Coppola, by the way.
What? The Robin Williams
Robin
Jack.
Williams
yeah.
Jack.
It
Yeah.
was?
Oh, yeah.
Holy
He
shit.
did some garbage movies. he produced Jeepers Creepers. I think we talked about that.
Oh, well, this
Oh,
is...
yeah, with
We
the
got to
pedophile.
save this
The
for one
pedophile
of our,
guy.
non-episode
section.
episodes
Yeah.
about his relationship
Oh, that'd be
with...
good. Like five movies that you never thought Francis Ford Coppola had anything to do with.
Right. Kyle also had an idea down the line for something called like Career Killers or Death of a Career.
Death of a Career,
That's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
You could do... Is his name Victor Salva?
Is that the pedophile?
Yeah. I just want to
Yes.
confirm. Victor Salva was totally supported by Coppola, and
Really?
he's the one that directed Jeepers Creepers.
Okay. Yeah.
So Coppola's in it for the money, man.
Well,
Like,
he produced that movie Wind with Jennifer Grey,
That's
where
true.
her nose blew off.
right.
Death of a nose.
Death of a nose. And so Jack, he needed another vineyard. I think
Yeah.
so. He just does.
Yeah,
movies
he
like
wanted
Jack.
to add on to the vineyard. Yeah. They say that's the only thing keeping that family afloat is the vineyard, actually, and the movies, if anything, are just making it go down further. Like he's doing that Metropolis now, and he's been trying to make that for like 20 years.
And it's like 3 or 4 hours or something.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
I hate to say it because Godfather 2 specifically is probably my favorite movie.
Yeah,
If his name is on it in the last 30 years, skip it.
skip it. Yeah,
Drink his wine if you want. It's all over Ralph's.
yeah, yeah. If you go to the movie, bring 2 bottles of wine.
Yeah, you're gonna need.
You're
his
gonna need
fucking
it. Yeah.
wine.
Watch out for the earthquakes too. So anyway, Anton got a little more prestige when he played a younger brother of a lunatic caught in the crosshairs of a suburban gang violence in the movie Alpha Dog. So
Yes.
yeah, remember
Love
this
that
movie?
It was so good.
Yeah.
So sad, the ending. God.
It's a really underrated movie. I think.
Anton is good. You know, he plays a kid that gets kidnapped in it. He plays
Yes.
Ben Foster's younger brother, but Ben Foster's performance in this clearly steals the show.
Yeah.
He is a fucking man possessed. He's insane. He plays basically like a former drug addict that has beef with Emil Hirsch, who's also friends with Justin Timberlake, who's in the movie.
Yes.
Jesse James, I think his character's name, Emil Hirsch.
Jesse Hollywood or something.
yeah, some kinda-
Yeah. It's based on a real life person.
Exactly.
And who's in jail still.
And the the younger brother is kidnapped to use as like collateral.
Collateral,
or something.
yeah, for
Yes.
something, for a drug debt or something. I have a clip. This is not even with Anton Yelchin, but it's with. I can't get over how insane Ben Foster is.
I
in
love
this
how
movie.
we've been digressing the entire episode to talk about everything but Yelchin.
Yeah.
And now you have a clip without Yelchin.
Yeah, with Ben showcasing Ben Foster's
Did
acting
you send me
skills.
a link?
Oh, sorry, I'll do it right now.
Poor Yelchin.
I know.
He doesn't even make the clip on his episode.
Well, he's a very understated actor. I'll say that about him.
You don't even know he's there.
You don't
'Cause he's
even
not.
know- yeah.
Well, not anymore.
Okay, here we go.
This
Punches
basically
a girl in the face.
Ben Foster beating up an entire party.
Trying to get info about his younger brother's
Yeah.
whereabouts.
Yeah, he goes nuts. He's
else
beating
wants-
up like girls, and it's crazy.
Yeah, the second person who ran at him was a girl, and he knocked her
Yeah.
the fuck out.
Jesus.
Anyway, I don't know why. All right, you can cut it.
So as you can tell, Yelchin is great in this movie.
He's worth fighting for.
I came for the Yelchin. I stayed for the beating up of girls by Ben Foster. I don't know why. There's another part where he gets fired. Ben Foster doesn't. He just goes. His boss has to drag him out of the office. It's great. It's a great movie. Yelchin is good in it. You know, it's like
He's very good in it.
Yeah.
You're understating how good he is.
Maybe I just forgot about his performance because of the Ben
Justin
Foster.
Timberlake is really good in it too.
He's
He
good.
is.
He's good in it.
That's
yeah.
the movie that showed that he actually could act.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was like, whoa, because he gives a very nuanced performance because he's one of the guys that gets roped into kidnapping Yelchin.
Well,
and he really bonds with him throughout the movie.
Yeah.
So when shit gets real, he reacts really emotionally to the situation.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of that movie Bullied with Brad Renfro when they had to kill someone finally, and it's just like brutal. It's gross how these kids have to actually go through with it and stuff, and no one wants to do it and stuff, and like that just because it has a momentum of its own, and at some point you have to do it, and it's like, oh, this is like really bad.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Go see it if you
anyone
haven't
who hasn't
seen it.
watched, yeah.
Emil Hirsch was Johnny Truelove, by the way.
Johnny.
Okay.
I thought it was Johnny Hollywood.
I thought it was John Wayne or whatever I said.
Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Go check it out. Overall, Anton had 68 movies and TV credits under his belt.
Wow.
For 27 years old, like that is a lot. He was working fucking nonstop.
Curb Your Enthusiasm, too.
Yeah. He did the TV show Huff, also with Hank Azaria. Not a lot of people. No, I started watching it over the pandemic and stuff.
Huffhead.
Yeah.
You're huffing the huff.
Yeah. Any Huffheads out there? After all these movie, smaller movie roles, TV roles and stuff, he bags the biggest movie of his career so far. In 2009, he got the role of Pavel Chekov in the reboot of Star Trek that was done by J.J. Abrams.
Big role.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Star Trek. I started watching a little bit of it. I don't know. It's not for me. Just Star Trek in general.
I had no idea what was going on the entire time.
Yeah, it's just like so much going in with those weird monsters and aliens and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck
And
is
Chris
this?
Pine is making out with this lady with green skin.
Yeah,
I'm like, did they forget to
I didn't get
take
that
the green screen effect
I
off?
didn't get that far. But either way, this catapulted him into like superstardom, and it kind of solidified him like in the realm of like big time Hollywood actors and stuff. He still kept with those Star Trek movies. He did 3 of them eventually, but he would still do like occasional like indie flicks, like We Don't Belong Here, Burying the X, and Green Room, which was I think his biggest movie.
Green Room?
Yeah.
Huh.
You don't remember that one?
I don't recall that one.
It sounds familiar.
2015. It's basically
it's the like British movie.
No, it's like it's based in like Oregon. It's like an indie band goes up to this kind of like retreat, and it turns out to be like a neo-Nazi camp.
Yes.
And they have to like escape. This is as brutal as Alpha Dog in some moments, but it's not really a horror. It's just like a weird scenario that they run into.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's. I would say it showcases his acting the best of anything I've seen so far.
More than Alpha Dog.
Way more than Alpha Dog, because he's like the star of this in Green Room, and it's like an indie flick, but it's like produced very well. And I think this was the movie that was going to catapult him into something bigger than what he's been doing.
I'm sensing you weren't that impressed by his performance in Alpha Dog.
I wasn't.
Okay. What? Because I actually think you're wrong. I thought that's really where he broke out. Everyone was like, who is this actor?
Yeah.
Because he was such a like sweet kid in the movie.
All right.
He endears himself to everybody in that movie, so that's why it's so tragic at the end.
I will take your devil's advocate
pleading at the
pushback.
end.
It really,
I cried.
It is one of the most brutal moments that you can have, really, in a movie, and that's quite a statement.
Yeah, well, both of them are good. I guess what it comes down to is maybe I was wrong, and he's just good wherever he, even in Criminal Minds when he's in it.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also worked with Downey Jr. and Charlie Bartlett.
Yeah, he did that movie. I did not watch that one, but I guess from all accounts, it was pretty good in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He acted in a short film called Kiss Kiss Finger Bang. What? Yeah, he did he would do these weird student films and stuff too. He might have been helping out a friend here because it was a newer director named Jillian Horvat. The log line of this one is the nice guy discovers his dark side when his girlfriend reveals her secret weakness.
And what's her secret weakness?
Getting finger banged?
Yes.
First shot out of the bucket. You guessed it.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, I guess he was doing someone a solid there by doing the Finger Bang movie.
I think he liked to do all those dark projects.
Yeah.
It was a South by Southwest jury winner.
Oh, right. All right.
It's got 5 out of 10 on IMDb, though.
Yeah.
Oof.
I don't think it came out the way she wanted it to.
A little too much finger in
Yeah.
it.
Not enough bang, if you know what I mean.
Hello?
That's a playoff of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang,
Yes.
which is also weird that she's doing that
Yeah, I thought you
10
said it
years
wrong,
after.
and I Googled it, and I was like, oh, no, that is
No,
what
that is
the
it, yeah.
11-minute short film.
We can agree it's a horrible title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also did Paul Schrader's Dying of the Light. This is a piece of shit.
Oh, really?
With Nicolas Cage. In 2014, it was written and directed by Paul Schrader. I watched it as a gag with a couple of friends. I can confidently state that it was one of the worst movies that ever made.
So Paul Schrader is hit or miss.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because we love autofocus.
Autofocus is great. His work with didn't he do some work with Martin Scorsese?
He wrote Taxi
he wrote
Driver.
Taxi Driver. Yeah.
Raging Bull.
Raging Bull. Yeah, and some of his newer stuff is actually not that bad either.
Right. He did Dog Eat Dog.
Yeah.
But he also did not so great movies like the one you're talking about.
Yeah, well,
he did The Canyons with Lindsay Lohan.
Oh yeah, that was terrible too. This movie holds an 8% score on Rotten Tomatoes, which that you really have to go out of your way to get something that low.
At that point, it's better to be 0%.
Yeah, because
It's pathetic if you're 8%.
Yeah, you get more fanfare. I like Morbius. I think even has a higher score than that.
It's Morbin time.
But yeah, it's undiscernible what is going on in this movie the entire time. And Nicolas Cage seems like he's on a bad acid trip. I have a clip here. Another one of that does not have Anton Yelchin.
Are you joking?
No.
Oh my God. What is happening?
Well, this movie is about a government agent who must track down and kill a terrorist before he loses his full memory from dementia. So
he's not in any of the clips. Mark's calling him Anton Yelchin. There's a lot of disrespect towards Mr. Yelchin here today.
And he said he wasn't impressed by his Alpha Dog performance.
what are you guys trying to say here?
Nothing.
I'm not a Yelchin head.
You secretly hate Anton Yelchin, apparently.
Well,
we find out that Mark works for Jeep.
Yeah.
Could you play this clip about Nicolas Cage talking about Anton Yelchin?
Anton Yelchin is terrific. I really enjoy that I got to do this movie with him. He's the ultimate cinematic friend, and he's also a badass. It's a marvelous
cinematic friend. What is that?
He's the most. You never know when
That's
he's
a bizarre statement.
Yeah. Side where he could really, kill somebody, but at the same time, he has genuine empathy and affinity, and
he's like, what's that word? Empathy.
Where does he come up with these speeches?
He's doing it brilliantly.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Nicolas Cage is just out of his mind.
Yeah.
Clearly.
He went on that red carpet rant. They're like, oh, where'd you come up with the color for this? He's like, I want it to look like a box of shortbread.
But other times he's completely lucid. You never know what Nicolas Cage you're going to get at.
Yeah.
So as of June 2016, Anton had completed the newest installment of Star Trek called Star Trek Beyond, which was about to be released in a month. He also had 6 other movies in the can that were about to be released next year. He was crushing it overall.
Before he got crushed.
Okay, let's not bury the lead here under a Jeep, all right? So we'll get right into it since Kyle said that. June of 2016, he was in a band called the Hammerheads.
Hammerhead.
That was his band name, yeah.
Fucking Hammerhead. That's what Auntie Jill, friend of the show, Auntie Jill, used to call drunk people fucking hammerheads.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at this
Still
fucking
does.
hammerhead.
This fucking hammerhead.
So that's probably why he called the band that.
Could be.
It had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Auntie Jill and the Hammerheads. That's the band he was
Oh,
in.
that's a great band name. I feel like they'd play like Hull or Nantasket Beach or something.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fucking Revere Beach, dude. At the casino.
Before Auntie Jill branches off and does her solo act.
Yeah.
She doesn't need the hammerheads no more.
Nope.
They were just dead weight.
You're not bigger than the Hammerheads.
I'm cutting loose the hammerheads.
I can do this without you.
Some guy in the audience, where's the hammerheads? I don't got them anymore.
Apparently they're in my crowd, you fucking drunk Hammerhead.
Ooh.
She takes the Jack Russell playbook and
Yeah.
it's Auntie Jill's the hammerhead.
Put on the pyrotechnics.
Well, I'm not saying that part.
Throw on the pyrotechnics.
I don't want her to murder 100 people.
Lock the gate.
Lock the fucking gate. So yeah, he played rhythm guitar, bass, and vocals. So he's basically like the front man of this band. So
Nice.
him and his band were actually rehearsing on the night of June 21st. They were like had a long rehearsal shift where they were like doing like 10 hours or something. So Anton,
They were scheduled.
what's that?
They were scheduled.
No, I believe.
No, because the incident was June 19th.
I'm sorry, June 19th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were talking about. Isn't he dead by then?
So June 19th,
prop him up.
they were doing a long rehearsal session.
His band, not
His
him.
band. Yeah, the band with him.
Yes.
Oh, he was actually rehearsing on the
On the 19th, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they were all rehearsing together and stuff.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm going to go take a break. I'm going to go back to my house, which he had a really nice house in Studio City.
Near William Shatner's.
Near William Shatner's. Yeah, right around the corner, actually.
A lot of funny stuff happens.
A lot of
in
comparisons
that
because,
area.
well, Star Trek. They both did Star
They
Trek.
both did Star Trek.
Yeah, but at different times, obviously.
Yeah.
And Anton was married to Nairine for a little bit.
Well, Anton did have a nice pool. I saw that in the big shot at the wide shot, if you will, of the Studio City house.
Nice.
Oh, but it did not kill him.
No, but what did? Well, he went he went home, so he went inside for a while. He probably did the shit shower shave or whatever. You know, just got himself fresh and feeling better.
Not to be crass.
Not to be crass, but there you go. I think he had to feed his dog too. So once he was done with all that stuff, he got back into his Jeep. He started it up, and then he drove through the front gate that was like 10 to 15 feet behind the street. So think about it like there's some gates, you know, especially around Studio City, the gate is like right at the where the street comes.
Yeah.
And at the end of the driveway. His gate was like 10 to 15 feet behind the property line. So he has a gate that it slopes up a little hill kind of in order to get onto the street. So he gets in his Jeep. He stops after the gate. He puts the Jeep into what he thought was park. And he goes back to shut the gate because you have to shut it manually. He doesn't like have one of those automatic ones where you could just hit a button. Mm-hmm. And it's up for debate whether he was checking his mail or not because the mailbox was right next to like there's like a door gate and then there's like a car gate. And I think he might have been checking his mail also while leaving. Yeah. Because originally I thought he was coming there in driving in and he had to open up his gate, but it was the other way around. He was leaving.
Yes.
Okay.
He parked his car into what he thought was going to be park. And then he went back to the gate to close it. And then all of a sudden he looks back and the car is coming directly at him. And he had no way of getting out of the way and just crushes him directly in the chest against the gate wall.
God.
That's got to be one of the worst ways to go.
Yeah, but like it's just such a slow, weird death where you're like, oh, I can get out of this. It's just a car that I thought I put in park, but actually I put in neutral that's coming back to crush me.
Yeah.
And you think you can get out of the way, but it was just like I think it was just too dark. The car was quiet. And then he just didn't know. Like usually when you get out of a car and you put it in neutral instead of park, if you're on a sloping enough hill, it'll move and you're like, oh shit, I fucked up, you know.
Right.
I've done that before when I was drunk. I remember I came to my parents' house when I was like 16 or 17. I had a couple cocktails that night, and then I go inside and I look across the street, and my car is in the neighbor's lawn.
Oh,
fuck.
boy.
But I wasn't on like a big hill, but it was big enough to actually go across the street and go up on their lawn.
Wow.
And then I was like, oh shit. And I ran and grabbed it and put it back in our driveway.
Yikes.
That could have went very poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have been crushed.
But I wasn't a hammerhead. I was a little buzzed, you know, but
Sounds like a hammerhead thing to say.
But with Anton, maybe he had a little bit of wine that night or something, because, you know, he thought he put the car into park, but there's another side issue with this.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's not necessarily his fault.
It's not.
That it was hard to put it into park.
Yeah.
He was alive for like a minute or so.
For like a minute, yeah, he was gasping for breath before he died, and like at least 1 minute he was alive while he was getting crushed by this Jeep, which pressed against his chest. It's just hard. A Jeep is a big fucking car. Yeah. So you don't want to go down to have it crush you like that. And you can't he's not like some Jet Li dude. He can't just jump over it in order to get on the hood. You don't realize it, but you're just fucked right there.
Yeah. He got pinned between, what was it, like a brick post?
It was a brick and metal post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a Jeep. It's like, dude, good luck.
Yeah.
There's no getting out of that.
And he had cystic fibrosis, so his whole life was spent with this breathing condition. And now, ironically, he's gasping for breath for the last minute of his life. And it's an oven in the valley that night.
Hot as fuck. Even at 11 p.m. It's still like it was around 10:45 to 11, somewhere in between then. He didn't get found until 1:30.
I was going to say, he was there for hours.
I think the hammerheads were like, where the fuck is he? Because he was supposed to come right back after, and they were scheduled to come right back after he did. You know, everyone probably went to their respective houses and you know, got themselves together.
His friends found him.
Yeah. His friends went searching around like, where the fuck is Anton? And they eventually rolled up to his house and just found him right there pressed against the wall.
That's got to be horrific for them.
But it's the type of housing around there. It's not like there's not like someone just right next door that's gonna like hear something like that.
Yeah, they're all set back off.
There's not a lot of street lights around there, so it's just hard. Like no one driving by would just kind of pop over and be like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
So that's why he basically waited there dead for like a couple hours till the hammerheads found him.
He was waiting dead.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I think he was in another dimension.
Waiting. Yeah. Well, that was a Ryan Reynolds movie, Waiting.
That's true.
Written by Rob McKittrick.
Oh, really?
Friend of the show, Rob.
Friend of the show.
Right.
Shout out.
He also wrote Tag and Wedding Crashers 2.
Okay.
All right. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Played poker with him many times.
Yeah, congratulations. Congratulations.
So anyway, the final cause of death was blunt traumatic asphyxia. Basically just being crushed to death. And having that press on your chest for that long, just it cut off the oxygen to his brain and he just died after 1 minute.
So it was more of like a slow press than like a crush.
Yeah,
like there was no broken bones or anything?
Well, because there was no broken bones that I heard of. No, I think it was just a slow crush. Yeah, like that. Because just think of, it's not a huge slope from the hill.
Yeah.
It's a slight one. But it's enough of one that you can't push a 2-ton car off of you.
Yeah.
Or Jeep. What are you going to do?
The gate was dented, though, if you see the photos.
Yeah.
So it was enough force to dent the gate.
I guess so.
Oh, so he was pinned between this metal gate and this brick.
Yeah.
Oof.
So it must have been some kind of force, too.
I guess so. But
maybe not enough to...
But that should break a bone or two, I think.
You're right, but why was the gate so dented then?
I don't know. Well, but because maybe... Like, it's a big bumper, so it hits part of the gate maybe also?
Unless in the process of dealing with the scene, maybe they somehow
that could have been
it too.
Maybe to get him off it or something. Yeah. I don't know. I did notice that, though. It was dented. But now, if you look at it, they took that gate off. And now there's like a fence that goes up to the property line now.
Is that in some kind of warehouse now, the gate?
like a museum or
like
something?
the Mansfield car?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe the family still has it. The family's been very quiet, with the exception of the lawsuit, which I'll go to in a minute. But the family's been very quiet about the death and how they dealt with everything.
It's one of those freak accidents. When you heard about it, you assume he died in a car accident.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. Then you heard more details about it. Like, what?
Yeah. Well, the Jeep situation is very interesting to me, because the Jeep, at the end of the day, seems to be what caused the death, in my opinion. And I think a court found that this also.
Okay.
He had purchased this new Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's a 2015 model. It had one of the newer generation electronic gear shifters. So remember the old Jeeps, you just have to like crank it on the steering wheel, like into park or into drive. I think a lot of people had complaints about that and issues. It was just too hard for people, and it was, it was affecting their business. So they created this kind of little plastic kind of electronic gear shifter.
Oh, the one that you kind of like twist?
Not a twist, not like the BMW ones.
Oh,
This is like one that like it's actually you shift it, up and down to put it in park or the various drives. But what happened, I guess they started instituting this in around 2012. They stopped using the big gear shifters and went to these electronic shifters. So it's basically a computer that you're just telling to put into these different gears. And a lot of people were having issues with it since 2012. There have been complaints and stuff. They tried to like fix it and stuff and tweak it, but it never really worked the correct way. There was always like some little like tweaks here and there in which people had issues with it. No big deaths or anything, but not on like a big enough scale for them to decide to change the entire way they were making these Jeeps. So when Anton tried to put it in park, what happened was it shifted back to neutral, and he didn't even realize it. There was a noise going off like ding, 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 ding. He thought it was just for leaving the door open when he was going to close the gate, but it wasn't. It was actually for the fact that he had put it in neutral and not park.
And how are you supposed to know that's what that sound means?
Exactly.
I would assume
it's the same
was the
sound.
door,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
They should have had a voice saying,
Yeah.
it's in neutral.
They should. Yeah.
Forget about the mail.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
Yeah, because it's such a weird scenario. I would like to see exactly how it played out, like a computer model, because he put it in neutral and it didn't start moving enough until it was too late. And I don't know what that cutoff was when he finally realized, oh shit, it's not even in park.
And oh shit, I have a minute to live.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, for real. Like, that's so crazy to be pinned like that and gasping for breath. And he's probably thinking like, God, this is so dumb.
Exactly.
Like, I cannot believe this is how
this
I'm
is
gonna
how
die.
Yeah, this is how I'm gonna die.
It's just unfair.
Yeah.
Such a freak thing.
I think it was everything that could have gone wrong in that second for Anton Yelchin, like did.
Definition of a perfect storm.
Yeah, because the incline was just perfect enough for him to not notice.
Yeah.
And it was like quiet enough. It was like a quiet moving storm that was coming directly at his chest. And like, you just don't realize that those little small things can kill you. That you don't realize, because people are moving fast through life. No, he's already running late, probably go back to the hammerheads. And
we've all been there. No matter what you're running late for, you're not always in your best mind.
Yeah, you're running at like 10% of awareness of what's going on in the world around you for the most part. Yeah, apparently this Jeep was one of 1.1 million Jeeps that had this issue, in which the gear would just slip into neutral from park without people knowing. Anton did not use the emergency brake. Whenever you're on a slope, the driving exam does tell you should put it into the emergency brake, even if you're putting it just in park. It also helps your transmission if you do that, because it's not all the wear and tear is going on the transmission to put it in park there.
Yeah. I definitely do that.
I always did it with my car, even on flat. I was so used to driving like a manual.
Yeah, same here. I had a manual all the time where you know how to turn the tires in the correct way and put on the e-brake if you're going to be, because in a manual car you have to use it regardless.
Yeah,
because there is no park. This is part of like what the argument is in the legal case with Chrysler. At this time it was Fiat Chrysler, when Fiat was they bought Chrysler basically. I think it was like an Obama deal where Chrysler was bankrupt and they were going to go under. Fiat came in and kind of revamped all their cars and stuff and kind of took over.
Fucking Obama.
Too big to fail.
This car, this Jeep had a recall in April of 2016.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mere months before.
A notice went out to him.
Shit.
Chrysler says they sent it. The family and the legal team said there was no trace of this letter. And this was just a notification letter.
Yeah.
This was not telling them that to go to the dealership to fix it, because that's how they do recalls.
Right.
They send a letter to let you know this issue is happening. Be aware of it. It's dangerous. And we're going to follow up with something that's going to fix it later. So we're sending a way for dealerships to fix the issue. And that letter went out a week after he died. Letting them know that he can go to get it fixed at the local dealership.
Wow.
Perhaps was he going to get the notification letter from the mailbox?
Oh, imagine.
No, but
he's holding it in his hand like, you son of a bitch.
I was about to get this fixed.
Oh, my God.
Fiat! Even sadder, it's just like a Comcast bill or something.
yeah.
An overdue notice.
No, or one of those sales promotions from Comcast. Like, do you want to, get more Wi-Fi every month? Yeah. Like, wait, what?
You've been chosen to pay us to upgrade your service.
Oh my God, I've been chosen. And then the Jeep hits you in the chest.
Oh God.
It's a Smart and Final coupon.
Yeah.
Like, oh, tomatoes are on sale.
Yeah, but that was from April, the recall notice. So if he was just opening his mail from that, I think there would have been a little bit more in there, probably.
Yeah, but you said they came actually a week after.
The secondary notification, letting him know it's time to actually go to the dealership and get it fixed. That came a week after.
And do you think it went to his address after he died? That's always sad if deceased received something like that.
No, the parents got it. Yeah, the parents did get it.
Wow.
Like when the limousine was sent for Charles Rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just unfathomable.
The parents received it, but there is a debate. That was what the legal case was about, whether or not they properly sent out the first one notifying him that this issue was going on. My guess is he was on a movie set somewhere. Mm-hmm. His Jeep was parked there. He wasn't using it.
Yeah.
And some assistant probably threw it away.
Mm-hmm.
When you get home after going somewhere for that long of a period of time, he's probably filming some indie movie somewhere, comes back, he's got a big fucking stack of mail. He's like, something from Jeep about a recall. Who gives a shit? He had never gotten this car serviced since he got it. So it was probably he barely even used it so far.
How new was it?
It was a 2015, and he died in 2016. But he's just driving it back to the rehearsals and back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that it's very new, and there was no reason to.
At most, it's 2.5 years old. At most,
it's no, but it's like
because they do the 2015 and 2014.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. It could have been if it was later in the year, he could have still, it could have been the year 2016, but he still had a 2015 that was considered new.
Yeah.
And did he ever notice these issues? I wonder.
Never.
This
he
is
never
weird.
he never even took it to get serviced ever. Usually, when you have a Jeep like that, or a newer car, you get the
oil changed at some point.
Yeah.
He had never gotten anything done on it, so he didn't. Because he barely put any miles on it. He's assuming,
wow.
Oh, yeah, I'm not doing anything with this car anyway. Why do I have to take it to the dealership?
Jeez.
That is something, though, that I think about, maybe because of stories like this. I'm weary about, trusting. Whenever I get out of a running car like that really makes me uneasy.
A car running? Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I make sure I put it in park. Yeah, I like the older cars, I'd feel okay about doing that. I remember I would go to Walgreens and just leave my Ford Escort running outside.
You sounded like a real peach in your past.
No, I'd leave it in drive and just let it just kind of drift around, and then I'd catch it on the way back.
You're letting your car drive into neighbors' lawns.
Yeah, I know.
The Walgreens parking lot.
Yeah, I was not good with cars way back when. I did a lot of damage to cars in my past, but I am a lot better with stuff like this now. So I don't know. I would do the same thing he did, honestly.
Yeah.
If I didn't know that mechanical thing was an issue, which he didn't.
You might have used the parking brake, though.
I might have. Yeah, because I did have a history of driving manual shift cars, so it's possible. Yeah, so in 2018, Fiat Chrysler of America settled with the Yelchin family for an undisclosed amount of money. So they put together this big lawsuit saying that they did not properly notify their son that this issue was out there. Overall, Chrysler reported 68 known injuries, 266 accidents, and over 700 complaints as a result of the faulty gear shift.
Yeah, they came right out and said that Anton's injuries were the first known for this shifter, which was complete bullshit.
First known death.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Death.
Yeah. But no, there were known other injuries and accidents.
Yeah.
68 injuries and 266 accidents, but the only known death was Anton. Because as I was saying, this is a perfect storm of everything matching up to kill someone.
Fuck.
Like, how else, it's usually in this scenario in which you're thinking you put it in park, but you have it in neutral. It's rare that that's going to kill someone.
Right.
It's going to be a weird thing like me, with my neighbor's lawn and stuff. Like shit like that's going to happen, but it's rare. A lot of factors have to match up in order for it to kill someone.
You're right. For him to be perfectly in the line like that, to get crushed.
Yeah.
That's the definition of a freak accident.
It is, yeah.
This sounds like one of the stories on, I don't know if you guys ever saw that Spike TV show, 1,000 Ways to Die.
Oh, really?
People
No.
always died in like the weirdest ways. Yeah, this sounds like
This is one of them.
like it would be written for it.
Yeah. This is like no malice, except on the part of Chrysler. But they did, I don't know. They sent out a fucking notification, but I think they felt guilty because in 2016, they took that electronic gear shifter out and they went back to the manual way.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's happening more and more these days. You have to come to grips with the idea, do you really want computerized vehicles or smart cars to do the thinking and driving for you? I personally don't.
Yeah, I don't, because it's another mechanism thinking, not knowing exactly what you're thinking. I just want to be in full control.
Let me fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want the car to have
I
a
want it to
mind.
be on me. I don't want the car to kill me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't want the car to have a mind of its own.
Yeah.
You're trying to go to the grocery store and your car's like, I did not kill her.
Yeah. It's like the T-1000. Yeah.
I
did not kill him.
iRobot for
Okay, yeah.
the fans out there.
What was 2001 Space Odyssey? What was it? Is it the T or something?
T-1000.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
No, that's HAL.
HAL, yeah.
That's like HAL 9000.
T-1000 is Terminator.
Terminator, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
didn't you say Terminator?
No, I said 2001.
Oh my
Space
God!
Odyssey.
My head cloud.
Yeah, it's in neutral.
So
your head's in neutral
it's so
right now.
Terminator.
It's weird timing though that in 2016, like, oh yeah, by the way, we went back to the old way. Like they had already had
No
that,
reason.
They already had that in motion.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Jeez. Alejandro's rubbing off on it.
Yeah. It was right before they it hit him in the chest, You see?
The idea hit us like a ton of bricks.
Yeah. Like a 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Yeah, we just had the Yelchin to. I mean,
Yeah.
we just had the idea to change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took the breath out of us for a minute. I mean,
God,
wait, it was like, why did you even say that? Why would the guy even say that? So yeah, that notice came 7 days after his death. That he should go to Jeep of Studio City to go get it fixed. Yikes! Yeah.
Add that to the to-do list.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But yeah, his funeral was a huge star-studded event. Stars like Zoe Saldana, Zach Quinto, Jennifer Lawrence, Kristen Stewart came out. Apparently, I didn't notice he had like a long relationship with Kristen Stewart.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said that was her first heartbreak was Anton Yelchin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I thought she was with that vampire Batman dude for a while.
Yeah, Pattinson. Yeah, for a while.
And then cheated on him with the director.
With the director, yeah.
And then said, "Oh, actually, I'm a lesbian."
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
But either way, the show must go on. They actually released Star Trek Beyond on July 22nd, a month after his death.
What, are they going to cancel it?
Yeah, there was a nice dedication to him at the top of the movie and stuff, and inserted into the credits. And J.J. Abrams had said that they will not use his character moving forward.
And hopefully moving forward, they also don't make another installment of the Star Trek movies.
Well, guess what? They have a reboot trilogy. They have a TV show coming
3
out.
more.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. But yeah, this story, I guess, will have a backstory of what happened to Chekov.
Wow.
Yeah.
Add that to the do not watch list.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not known what the details will be there, but I doubt the backstory will be he got killed by a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
He got crushed by the starship.
Oh, God.
Jesus. Yeah, maybe.
Mark wrote a note and passed it over for me to say that.
Yeah. We'll put that in the Instagram, the proof of that. But yeah, that'd be funny if they do actually have him killed by a robot or of some sort. Yeah. By the machine.
Yeah, by the... Never mind.
The Nirvana album. Actually,
I lost my train of thought.
He died at 20.
Crushed by the Nirvana album.
He did die at 27, which Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, he was at
true.
the 27 club.
He is in the 27 club.
Jesus died at 27?
33, but...
I know. I was testing you.
Look at Mr. Bible Humper over here.
Actually, my hair was 33.
Yep.
Jesus was 33 and a third
Our
years
Lord and
old.
Savior died at the age of 33.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus and Frank Durbin.
Frank Durbin.
There's got to be then at least a little smidgen of amusement on Yelchin's part when he has that last minute realizing he's 27 years old.
I don't know if he's like winking to the stars, being like, I made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jeep's on his chest. He looks up to the sky. Coming soon, Hendrix, Janis Joplin. I'll see you in a minute. Save me a beer. Well, I don't have anything else on Anton Yelchin.
He was buried at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
He was. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the funeral went down. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's where they also play movies like every week during the summer, which I think is pretty odd. I haven't been, but I heard it's a good time.
I show people
That's what I've heard too.
They bring their blankets out there and they're
Yeah.
like, "This is the best." I'm like, I'm sure if I go there, I'm like, "This sucks."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're in the city with the Chinese theater and IMAX.
Yeah, there's
and
so
we're
much.
desecrating people's graves to watch fucking Dirty Dancing.
It's not worth it.
You just want to bring up Jennifer Grey's nose again.
or those short shorts.
The walk-in shorts,
Yeah.
as we call them.
I can't remember my lines.
I can't focus on the scene.
She's got legs.
Oh, those gams. Ow, wow.
Jennifer, you gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go. You got
Walken's never seen a woman in shorts before.
Yeah.
with a nose like that.
He's never seen a gigantic nose wearing shorts.
There's no body. It's just shorts and then the nose.
I have something not to digress from Walken.
Okay.
But I have something to add about our subject.
Yes.
I saw that movie. There is a documentary called Love Antosha.
Oh, yeah. What is that?
It's about Anton Yelchin.
Oh, okay.
And that's
what's
what
Antosha?
that's his name. That's what his family calls him.
Oh, that's the
Antosha.
Russian version. Okay.
Yes. And Nicolas Cage narrates it.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Features a bunch of interviews with all the Star Trek cast, like Simon Pegg, Zachary Quinto, and Chris Pine. Chris Pine even talks about, on a philosophical level, like that was the moment and the way that this really interesting actor, writer, musician dies.
Yeah.
Like, of all the ways to go, it's just crazy to think about.
Yeah. It could just be more of a kind of a wild death story, But, but he wasn't like a fly by the seat of his pants, like maniac actor. Like, he wasn't like James Dean, like driving like a crazy person in a hot car.
He did have a little dose of maniac in him, though.
Did he?
Because they also talk about in detail in the movie that he had a side hobby as a photographer.
Oh, yeah.
And so he would go around to sex clubs in Van Nuys and take photos, and he would dress
those well-known.
Where are these sex clubs in Van Nuys?
The sex district they put in Van Nuys recently.
And he would dress.
It's like Amsterdam over there.
Yeah.
He would, not to go back to the Greys, but he would dress kind of like the MC from Cabaret and go out with his camera and go to like the seediest parts of LA and start taking photos. And I have a couple of photos here in the drive. Kyle, do you want to describe
Oh my God.
that first one?
It appears to be a woman with pubes that are way too long, holding.
In Kyle's opinion, okay.
They look pretty short, actually.
No, they're like curling up on the top. No me gusta.
Oh, this is Kyle's corner here.
She's holding an eye in her hand, which is palm up, covering her vagine.
The vagina.
Okay.
I think
So
it's
put
ver-
that
very
in your pipe and smoke it.
Very sexual,
Yeah.
Next photo.
Next piece of evidence. A gimp and a gimp. And I'm not talking about people with a limp. I'm talking about
Leather.
sex dungeon leather mask. The basement of Pulp Fiction, if you will.
Yeah. Wait, this is the Van Nuys sexual
I guess.
quarter of Van Nuys.
I only know one motherfucker in the 818.
Yeah. Whoa.
Okay, next photo.
Next photo is very disturbing. Don't know if it's a man or a woman,
Oh my God.
to be perfectly honest.
It looks like a woman because of the gigantic breasts.
Yes, but those could also be male.
Very true.
Appears to have no pubes.
Well, because the legs are kind of one leg
So
is
the
crossed.
pube situation is to your liking,
Yes,
but
yeah.
nothing else really.
Yeah, nothing else.
Okay.
Possibly wearing a mask.
Oh, definitely wearing a mask.
Okay, yeah, I'm too far away.
Yeah, it's one of those like see-through masks that
Oh, creepy.
yeah, like has the
blush on it.
blush on it. Yeah.
Oh man.
Ugh.
And they're wearing a blue bandana wrapped around their head with their blonde hair coming out the top. Sitting on, I don't know what the fuck they're sitting on.
A red blanket
A red blanket that's surrounded by a curtain.
that's shaped like a chair.
Yeah.
An armchair.
I don't know.
I mean, there's some elements of that like it's exploitive.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother debate.
Yeah.
Don't trash.
His art, yeah, posthumous.
Don't
art.
accuse him of exploiting his Van Nuys sex clubs.
All right.
This last one doesn't appear to be in a sex club, but in someone's house. And it appears to be a natural-born male wearing a dress.
Kyle, look closer at the face.
It's him.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I thought it was Elijah Wood for
He
a second.
kind of looks like Kurt Cobain, but in drag or something
Yeah.
with that wig on. We'll post this on the Instagram. This looks like evidence in like a film noir, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right before
Something
this
you find-
person was murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah, this,
So he's an artist. Was an artist.
yeah.
His spirit is
I'm an artist.
It was a very interesting mode of art or subjects. I don't know. Medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Modality.
Yeah.
Modality.
He had his stuff he did, I guess.
Hey,
Stuff that did him.
to each his own, said the farmer as he kissed the cow.
That's right.
Well put, Alejandro.
But Love Antosha, that was directed by a man named Garrett Price. And they also directed and edited the Woodstock 99 documentary.
Which is great. Which we're gonna.
On HBO Max. It came out in 2021.
Well, we're not gonna push that. We're gonna push our podcast, in which we're gonna be doing Woodstock '99 at some
yes,
point.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Mark's going to tell his personal tale.
Yes,
of
in which
that.
Mark was at Woodstock 99.
Yeah. Speaking of hot, ooh, that was a hot one.
Ooh, that's right.
Like 120 degrees there. It was not comfortable.
One of the
On a
concert-
tarmac.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a
I
tarmac.
know. What were they thinking?
Yeah. In the moment, I'm just like, oh, I'm a 19-year-old and this is the best time of my life. And then I was like, wait a second, it's not.
It ain't going to get any better than this.
This is so much fun. Let's flip a car.
Yeah. I want to steal an ATM. I'm still regretting not getting that. But I don't want to go too far
Yeah,
into the
we'll
Woodstock.
get
That's
into
just a little
that.
tease for you.
Little tease.
We're just tickling you a little bit.
Little tease for you, please.
Yeah.
Final thoughts.
R.I.P. Anton Yelchin.
R.I.P. Anton Yelchin.
Yes.
Not Yelkin.
Yeah.
Great in Alpha Dog. Not everyone thinks so.
Yeah.
interesting career.
I thought it was a great ensemble cast, and I thought he was the weaker part of that ensemble.
Wow. Still gonna
wow.
double down on that.
I mean, this is, the end is a place for some hot takes, and that is one of the hottest takes we've ever had.
Speaking of heat.
I'd have to say. Yeah, if you're listening on any Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave a 5-star review. Leave a nice comment if you can. Get us up there so we can crack the top 200 in America, not just Italy, even though we love our Italian friends.
I'm happy with Italy.
Oh, I'm loving it.
Yeah, I want to go there soon.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, let's do a show there.
Let's address our fans.
Live from the Coliseum.
Live from the Vatican.
Live from the Sistine Chapel ceiling.
The Thank You, Father edition.
Yeah.
Or we can go where they shot the orgy scene for Pasolini.
Ooh,
oh, yeah.
Yes. We can go to the beach at Ostia.
We'll do our personal Pasolini tour.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a dipod tour in the States and Europe.
It starts in L.A. It goes into a submarine. We go all the way to
yeah, we're going all the way over there. The way Columbus did it.
Pack a lunch.
Yeah. Pack your linguine.
Yeah. Pack a tire.
Yes. If you're listening to this and watching it on YouTube, please like and subscribe.
Please.
Hit the notification bell so you know when things are coming out, because people were telling us they weren't getting notified when it was coming out. So
really?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yep.
Yep. Go to Spotify, go to iTunes, and not only just give us 5 stars, which is great, but also say a couple words, because that registers better.
Yep. We just got a new review, 5 stars from friend of the show, Maki McDonough.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you, Maki McDonough. Great
Maki
initials.
McDonough and the Hammerheads.
Yeah. That sounds great. Yeah, that sounds like they would open for Jack Russell in the fucking...
Yeah.
And this might be a stupid question, but I hope Auntie Jill has reviewed us on all these platforms.
I don't know if she knows how, but we'll make sure she does.
Yeah. Set her straight.
Yeah. She also had a few requests for the show. I have to go back and talk to her again, but she has some requests for subjects of the show.
Okay. Well, we'll address them.
We'll have to have her call in for a postmortem one of these days.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah. And we have another person we have to call in for a
yes.
We can't open that crate.
Yeah. Oh, but just you wait. It's going to be good.
Oh, it's going to be a wild one. Yeah. Also on Instagram at Death and Entertainment. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep. Dishes are done.
The dishes are done, dude.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
You have just heard
A true Hollywood murder mystery.
I have never seen anything like this before.
The movies, Broadway, music, television, all of it.
A place that manufactures
nightmares.
Okay, everybody, that's a wrap.
Good night. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon.